Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far and welcome to my August favourites and fail. We have a fail this month. I'm so sorry about it, but I've got to share it with you. So we've got one fail hanging to the end for that bad boy, literally bad. And let's get started with the favourites. So I picked up a couple of new lip care products this month, namely the NCLA Beauty Sugar Lip Scrub, and I chose the flavour Marshmallow because why wouldn't you? Do you know what? If you've picked this up and you are not sure about it, you don't know if you like it, you don't know how to feel about it, I'm with you. I'm there with you. I wasn't sure about this as a scrub. I love and use the MAC Lip Scrubtious. I've used other ones that I fail to remember, but that MAC one is always my go-to, the one I go back to. I try new ones here and there, but I tend to always go back to the MAC one. It's just my favorite. I love that when you scrub, it's, you know, really fine grains. It's not super chunky, so it's kind of gentle but does the job, and you don't need to wipe it off because it kind of turns into like an oil that you just leave on your lips and it's nice and hydrating. So this one, when I first started using it, I didn't like it. I genuinely thought that this was going to appear in this video as a fail because I didn't like it. And the reason being, it's very different to the MAC one. It's one that, personally anyway, I have to wipe off when I'm finished because it leaves like a residue on the lips that I don't like the feel of. It kind of leaves them feeling dry because it's got like a residue, like a film that it leaves on the lips, but it is much more powerful and effective than the MAC one. That's ultimately what it comes down to. So it has big chunky grains, it's very firm and harsh, so that sounds bad, I hear you, but if you have really bad chapped flaking lips are agony, like I get in the winter, certainly, especially when we're moving from winter to summer. We've got heating on, then we've got, you know, air conditioning in shops and things like that, and it's just so hard on your lips and you just end up with a flaky mess. Then you need something as strong as this, and it's so effective and powerful. And although it took me a while to get used to having to wipe it off after I was finished because I didn't like that filmy feeling at the end, so I don't like change. I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm just going to be honest. I don't like change. So it took me a while to adjust to it, but now I have, and I love it. And I just think it's so effective. My lips have never been in better condition. I'm now used to just having to, you know, wipe it off when I'm finished rather than just going straight in with makeup or carrying on with my day or going to bed. I'm used to that. I'm over it. And now I really, really love it. And I appreciate actually how powerful it is. So in combination with that, I've been using this Milk Melatonin Overnight Lip Mask. Prior to this, I used the Leches Lip Sleeping Mask. I've used just pure lanolin overnight. I may have used a different one as well that I've also forgotten. But this is my favourite lip mask of all time, my overnight lip mask of all time. I love it. I picked this up after hearing James Welsh raving about it and saying how great it is, and it is just a dream, a treat, let me tell you. It feels so soothing, especially after using a scrub. Who am I? Especially after using a very harsh lip scrub like the RCLA. This just feels like soothing, comforting, rich, but it's not thick. It doesn't feel like it's all going to get in your mouth. It doesn't feel too heavy. It's very light. You use a tiny amount, and the smell of it smells like relaxation. It smells like spa. I feel like I'm about to get a very expensive hot stone massage when I smell this. It just sets you up. Do I think, you know, I know James spoke about how it's a bit gimmicky to be putting melatonin in night products as if it's going to sort of put you to sleep. I guess that's what they want people to resonate with when they hear the name. Do I think it's going to put me to sleep and help me sleep easier? Probably not. But let me tell you, the smell doesn't do any harm because it does make me feel a little relaxed, you know. So just saying. I love it. Next up on the skincare scale, I was sent a amazing package from Vitaskin, which is Holland & Barrett's new skincare range or line. They very generously sent me this amazing box full of their products. The only one I've really properly tried out so far, as you know me, I like to try like one skincare thing at a time, just in case I don't like something or I do like something. I want to know what did it. You know, I want to know what product. If you start using 10 different products all of a sudden, and then you break out, or you get, you know, really like a burn, or something, you don't like something, or you love something, you're not going to know which one of those products it is. So I try to space out any changes in my skincare products. So the first one I dug into was the eye cream, and I love this eye cream. I'm only using this in the morning because I'm still using my retinol eye cream from Pixie in the evenings, because it's the retinol, so I don't use that one in the day. So this is my daytime vitamin C eye cream, and I just love it. You use the tiniest amount. It's so hydrating and smoothing and soothing, hydrating and soothing. It doesn't claim to be smoothing. Brightening that under eye area. I feel like it works really well on dark circles, but makeup goes on beautifully on top of it. It soaks in and it feels very rich and hydrating, but not heavy. You don't feel it under there. And I really feel like the hydration, like I can still feel now my under eye feels hydrated, even though I've got concealer and powder and it's been on for 5 hours, my under eye still feels hydrated and fresh and bright and cool, which is amazing. So far, I'm absolutely loving this one, and I can't wait to try everything else. So I'm very, very grateful for that package, let me tell you. Next up, this discoloration correcting serum from Good Molecules. I've been using this for a very long time, a good while. I say a month. I'm like almost halfway through. I was mainly interested to see how this worked on my hyperpigmentation. That's a tongue twister. Hyperpigmentation. I wanted to see whether it was going to affect that at all, and I definitely feel like it has. I have hyperpigmentation, melasma, whatever you want to call it, on my cheeks here, center of my forehead, and a little on my nose and chin. Now, the forehead and cheek melasma is very... I mean, it's not terrible. It's not super deep. I know that. I know people have it a lot worse than me and a lot harder than me. I'm not saying it's terrible, but it's much more stubborn, and it comes obviously in summer and with heat and with sun exposure. Although I can use as much SPF as I like, it's still going to come. It's definitely it's definitely not worsening is what I've noticed since I started using this, but I wouldn't say it's gone away either. However, the areas where it was fainter to begin with, so less stubborn, less kind of in there, like my nose and around here and on my chin as well, where I get it not as deep and as bad as on my cheeks and my forehead, I'm definitely noticing that it's almost not there anymore. And it must be this is the only thing I changed this month, as far as on my face. So I am really, really impressed with this. It's, as I said, I'm going to keep using it. I'm using it morning and night. This is a serum, so I use it before my moisturizers and things like that. Using it AM and PM, and I'm only like maybe between a third and a half of the way through. So I'm very excited to see another month whether it can actually impact the worst areas of discoloration on my skin, or whether that's it. But I'm not going to complain about it. Any improvement is an improvement, you know. And next up, this is kind of my daytime lip balm. This is the Enigmatic Edward from Charlotte Tilbury. So this is her Hot Lips collection, the interchangeable bullets. So, you know, you can take these in and out and you can change the cases. I got this in a giveaway. I won a giveaway from Charlotte Tilbury and won the whole collection, which was a treat. I never would have bought this because it's it's so bougie. Who needs a lip balm that is this bougie? Well, I do, apparently. I never really thought about using this. Obviously, the lipsticks I've loved and used a lot, but I haven't really used this until I ran out of my previous lip balm and just thought, well, it's there, let's use it. This is such a good lip balm. I was really sleeping on this because I just think because it's the packaging, it's Charlotte Tilbury, it's not necessarily a skincare brand, it's not necessarily a brand you associate with lip balm. It's more so makeup and lipsticks, for example. I don't know why I was sleeping on it, but I was, because I wasn't expecting the formula to actually be that nice. It's just a clear lip balm. It's so soothing and lovely and nourishing on the lips, and it's the only lip balm I've been using, and it doesn't hurt that this is in my handbag as here's my lip balm. I mean, I love getting it out and being like, just putting some lip balm on. You know, I like to feel fancy. I like to feel fancy every now and then. And given that that's the only type of lip product we're really bothering with at the moment, why not make it a fancy one, you know? So speaking of the current times and the current situation, let me show you my fancy pants mask. So this was from Pat McGrath. She was selling her mascara with a mask in a set. Let me check it is on the right way around. This mask, I mean, it makes me feel some type of a way when I'm rocking up at Morrison's like this, you know, like a music video maven. I don't know what, I don't know. Can you hear me even? This is just, I'm obsessed with it. It looks so flippin' cool. I love it. And if you're going to have to walk around in a mask all the time, why wouldn't you want it to be a Pat McGrath one? It did take 3 weeks to come. Because it was exclusive to her website, so I had to order from her website, whereas, you know, I love to order from Selfridges because it just gets here a lot quicker. I keep it, and it came in this little pouch, so I keep this in my handbag, so it's all nice and kept in there, nice and clean, and I think it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I love it. It's very comfortable and soft on the face as well, versus like those disposable ones. I love it. I love it. Next up, a nail colour. You guys saw this in several videos this month and were all as obsessed with it as I am. This is OPI's, what's it called? Have your panettone and eat it too. I just love the names of these. Although I don't love having to type it out in my flipping description box every time, 500 words, but you know, we'll have to deal with it. What I love about this, you may notice I'm a natural neutral nails kind of girl. I'm very boring when it comes to nails. Most of the time they're very plain and boring and understated. This is obviously an orange. It's a colour, it's a bright, it's something a bit more interesting, but it's so muted and understated that it's not super bright orange in your face. It's almost like a pumpkin type of orange shade. It's like the perfect fall, autumn colour for sure. But I just think it's a colour, it's beautiful, but it's still soft and muted and understated because it is that, it's not super bright. It's a very soft orange, very, very pretty. And just like I said, perfect autumn, pumpkin pie, pumpkin soup, pumpkin spice latte type of shade. Next up, we've got a gloss from Fenty. I picked this up. This was only available on their website, so heads up, UK people, if like me, you're afraid of ordering from American websites for fear of who knows what may happen. It went very smoothly. I did have to pay taxes, but they did that at checkout, and there was no import or anything like that because this was the only item I bought. Obviously, if you have more that you're ordering, then you will have to pay more in the way of that stuff. But it arrived in a few days. I think it was less than a week, so much better than Pat McGrath. There was no issues. The site, everything went through. I think this is such a perfect like corally gloss. This is the shade Cheeky, by the way, and it is exclusive to Fenty's website. It's not available at the moment anyway in like Boots and the other places that stock Fenty. But yeah, it's my favorite gloss of theirs so far. I just love that corally orangey tone to it. It's not going to give you color, it's not opaque, it's definitely a sheer gloss, but it's so comfy and non-sticky on the lips. This is again one for those like no makeup days when you just want to wax something glossy on. You know me, I'm not really a gloss girl, but I like that one. I do. A couple of complexion products that I've been wearing most of the time this past month. It's been very hot here, very muggy. We've either been in heat wave or a thunderstorm and no in between. So these are the two like complexion products I've been reaching for the most this month. First up, the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturiser. I've told you guys before, I love this one. I've been using this a lot more recently because that's kind of become my vibe. I've been going Tinted Moisturiser, bronzer on the cheeks and the eyes, mascara, and maybe the Fenty gloss, and I am anybody's. Well, no, I'm good to go. That's what I should have said. But yeah, I really love this. It's very comfortable. It's glowy. It's the perfect amount of sort of light to maybe hair towards medium type of coverage. Feels very hydrating. It wears really nicely. It's just a lovely, lovely product. I really enjoy this one. And for those days when I'm literally going no makeup, I've talked about this before. This is the Trini London BFF Cream. I've raved about it. I've told you how much I love it. But this month, I loved it even a hair more because Trini gifted me, they sent me another couple of products. And this is the shade Dark. So this is one up from the shade before I was using was medium. In the winter, that's the shade that I tried. This is the shade Dark. And let me tell you, this is the answer to all my prayers. So as you guys know, I always tell you, my body is way more tanned than my face because I do a lot of skincare on my face, a lot of exfoliation, things like that. But I also always have factor 50 on my face. Whereas my body, unless I'm, you know, sitting out in the sun, which isn't very often, I don't really use any SPF because I go about my general day. But I do catch the sun a lot in summer. So my skin does get deeper and deeper, and my face still, as much as I try, picks up some colour, but much less, and I'm always exfoliating, so it disappears quickly. So I end up with a very detached head from my body. My face is like an NC25, and my body's like an NC42. So it looks bonkers if I'm not wearing makeup, let me tell you. I don't like putting fake tan on, especially not on my face. I don't like getting it on my clothes. I don't like getting it on my pillow. I can't be bothered. This is the answer to all my prayers. I love this product anyway as like a no makeup day, just a hint of some smoothing, color correcting, but you know, no real coverage. Using this in the shade Dark makes my face match my body, but without having to put a full face of makeup and balance everything out. It just somehow just makes everything seamlessly meld together. I love it anyway. It's so nourishing and just beautiful on the skin. It gives you a glow and a smoothness, and it just uniforms your skin out without being like foundation-y. It's a CC cream, that kind of type of product, but in the deeper shade on me, it works to tick that extra box, which I have never managed to find something that does that before. So that was a win for me this month. Next up, the most exciting launch of the year so far, my friend Mel's palette with Sydney Grace. This is the Tiny Marvels palette. I have already shown you several looks with this palette when it first was launching, so hopefully you guys have checked that out. This palette, without a doubt, is like the most does everything palette that I have ever owned, seen, know of. I love every shade in here. It looks, for me, being, you know, a very basic eyeshadow type of lady, it looks intimidating, and it's just really not. It's so wearable. Even the scariest shades in here, which to me, anyway, in my book, is this green and the like lilac mattes. Those look terrifying, okay? The rest I can just about cope with. Those look terrifying to me. I'm wearing them all the time and they're not scary. The formula in here is stunning. You can, you know, have a green look, a purple look, a mauve look, an everyday neutral look. You can just do a little bit of bronzer and whack one of the shimmers on. It's got gorgeous rosy shimmers. It's everyday. It's, you know, you could use this palette for a Halloween look. You could use it for New Year's Eve. You could use it for a birthday, for a date night. It's just the most versatile thing. As you can tell, I love it. I think it's amazing. I think they knocked it out of the park. And I have a secret to tell you. They sent me 2 of these. That's right, you heard right. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway soon. I've been trying to gather some bits together. I want to do a giveaway, but they terrify me because I just feel like I've just heard horror stories. But I feel like I'm ready. I'm braced. I've now got this stunning palette that I know I can share with one of you very lucky people, that I'm going to be doing a giveaway with this. It's also going to have the new Pat McGrath mascara in that giveaway. There's going to be some amazing things included. So make sure you're following me on Instagram, because that's where I'm going to be posting this giveaway. Very hard to do giveaways via YouTube. Contacting people, just referencing it all of that kind of stuff is very, very hard on YouTube. So it's going to be going down on Instagram. Make sure you're following me over there, and that giveaway will be coming very soon. It's very exciting. A couple of complexion products now for you that rocked my world this month. I'm wearing both of these on my cheeks as well. I remember to do that, so that's helpful of me. Well done. That's a first. First up is this Hourglass at Night blush. I love this blush. It's different to any other blush really I have in my collection. Well done me that I managed to buy a not peachy, not coral, not orange blush for the first time in my life. So congratulations. This blush is just stunning. They called it a brick red, which it isn't. I don't know why they've called it that. It's more of a sort of mauvey, plummy type of colour. I love it. It's perfect. I love the finish, which is the softest luminosity. It's an ambient lighting blush, not a strobe blush. So it isn't shimmery. It's just luminous and it's just natural. It's a lovely, everyday, goes with any makeup look shade. I love the formula. Absolutely. It's immediately got in my top drawer. One of my most favourite blushes. It really made up for the Infinity powder from last month, let's put it that way. They saved themselves. And now for the highlight that I'm wearing on my cheeks today. This is the Guerlain Terracotta Nude, and it's instantly become like my favourite highlight, which is really annoying because I did my Holy Grails video and I was all smug that I'd found my highlight. But I did say that I felt like it was one, you know, that could change, it could do it. Maybe it's not quite perfect. And now I found one that is, because it's heaven to me. It's the perfect colour for my skin tone. It doesn't show any colour, it just shows glow, luminosity, life, without shimmer, without metallic, without glitter, without a cast. It's perfect. I absolutely love this highlight. It's glorious. I picked this up after seeing my friend really raving about this, and she has really fair skin, so I was like, oh, I'm not sure if it's going to work on me, but it absolutely does. The only reason I wouldn't recommend this to you is if you're sensitive to fragrance, because it is highly fragranced. I love the scent from Guerlain products, but some people don't, so if that is you, then do not touch it because it is heavily fragranced. You will notice the smell, not throughout the day, but when you're applying it, it is strongly fragranced, so you've been warned. But otherwise, I'm just living my best life. These two products are really spoiling us this year. So lastly but not leastly, before we move on to the fail of the month, my last favourite, these brushes from Bristles Beauty. Bristles Beauty gloriously, generously gifted me these this month. I love everything about this brand. I love that they're a mother-daughter duo. I love that it's a female-owned, family-owned business of people who are just passionate about brushes and making great brushes at an achievable price. I think the just attention to detail with these brushes, as you can see, they're all filthy because I've been using them to death. I'm going to talk you through a few of my favorites. This is E01DL, which is the perfect like first eyeshadow brush. It just blends everything out like a dream. And these handles, let me show you. The natural wood handle, I think they are gorgeous. This is one of my favorites. It's just the perfect first eyeshadow blending brush, especially for hooded eyes, which again, this second one, this is EO2RL, and it's, you know, like a sort of, it's got a like flatter shape to it, which makes it perfect for hooded eyes to get in the crease. They, again, I mean, all of these, they're so well thought out. I'm just absolutely loving them. This little teeny tiny liner brush, can you see how fine that tip is? You can probably barely see it. That's how small it is. Perfect for like wing liner, perfect for using with dip brow, to use to make hair strokes. It's so fine, you could easily do your waterline. It's, again, they are beautifully thought out. This F09 RM, This I've been using for blush non-stop, love it. And this one, F08 AM, is perfect for contour or cleaning up under your cheek products. I've been loving them. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for sending me. They are so well thought out, and I just love everything about the brand. I love everything behind it. I love a nice story behind a brand, you know, good people. I love good people. And now for the fail of the month. Now, with any fail, I like to just give the disclaimer first. You may love this product that I'm about to tell you. I don't. And I know that whenever I say I don't like something, people are desperate to force me to like it. I know you're going to want to tell me, oh, you need to use it like this. Oh, you need to try it like that. Oh, you need to, you know, try it after 3 on a Wednesday. That's fine. I always love it when you guys love stuff. If it's worked for you, that's perfect. It doesn't mean we can't be friends, okay? But I don't like it. It does nothing for me. And it is, sadly, the Urban Decay mascara. This is the Lash Freak mascara. I talked about this in my Will I Buy It. I was very excited for this mascara because of this super funky wand. Can you see that? That is cool, isn't it? I loved the premise of this. I was excited about this mascara. I wanted to love this mascara, but I just don't. I'm sorry about it. I don't love it. There's one reason I think that I particularly don't get on well with this mascara. And I think it's because these bristles, so this is a curved wand, okay? It fits really nicely into the shape of your eye. However, these bristles in the middle of the wand, which is kind of the center of your eye where they hit, are so short that they're basically not coming into contact with my lashes. It also means that with it being a firm rubber wand, it's constantly touching my waterline and it's sharp. It doesn't feel nice. I find it very difficult and hard work to actually get this to coat my lashes and to get any kind of mascara application at all, really, because it's just the bristles are so short, they're just not reaching half my lash. I'm just like almost brushing it through, trying to get mascara to my entire lashes, and it's a lot of hard work. And then actually when I finally get there, the result is just not something I'm happy with. It doesn't give me much volume at all. It gives me some length, but in that spidery kind of way, it's not really defined. There's nothing I like about it. I don't like the way it looks on my lower lashes at all. It's just, yeah, it's not for me. It's not my kind of mascara. I think it would work better for you if you don't have as naturally long lashes as me, because the shorter bristles are going to be more effective on shorter natural lashes. Whereas for my longer lashes, it's just not getting anywhere with them. I need longer bristles than that one has. I feel like they almost nailed it. I love the shape of the wand. I like the bristles on the end that kind of help you separate and define and get to the outer and inner lashes. I like that part, but I just think the length of the bristles doesn't work for me, and it's just a shame. It's just not my thing. I also found it quite tricky to remove at the end of the day in comparison to my other mascaras that I prefer. So that's just a side note. But yeah, if I loved the effect it gave my lashes, that wouldn't really be a deal breaker for me. But I don't. I just could not get I've used it several times. I've tried really hard to get an effect I'm happy with, and you know, it shouldn't be hard. You know, I should just be able to whack on a couple of coats and love my lashes, but I can't with that one. I'm there for a very long time trying to get an effect that I'm happy with, and I just can't. I can't do it. I'm sorry about it. So there you have it. That is the month of August in faves and a fail. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, please let us know what your favorites and fails for August were. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'd love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye.